Now let us look at the same properties with respect to the next operation, that is subtraction. As we have seen, what does the closure property says? Even if you are adding same two type of numbers, you are getting the final answer to be the same number. With respect to subtraction, if a by b and c by d are subtracted and the answer you are getting, suppose e by f, if this is a rational number, this is also a rational number, and the final answer is also a rational number, then rational numbers are closed under subtraction. Let us see with the help of an example. Suppose 4 by 3 minus 2 by 3, what do I get? I get 2 by 3. Is 4 by 3 a rational number? Yes. Is 2 by 3 a rational number? Yes. Is the final answer 2 by 3 a rational number? Yes. So closure property is being followed by the rational numbers, or rational numbers are closed under subtraction. Commutative, depending upon the order in which the two numbers are subtracted, will it change the result or not? Taking the example a by b minus c by d, whereas c by d minus a by b. Do I get the same answer? Let us check. Suppose a by b is my 4 by 3, whereas c by d is my 2 by 3. What answer do I get? I get 2 by 3. In second case, c by d is 2 by 3, whereas a by b is 4 by 3. What answer do I get? I get minus 2 by 3. As you can see, the final result is not the same. In first case you are getting it as 2, and in second case you are getting it as minus 2. Signs are different, means the numbers are different. So since the result is not same, is the commutative property being followed by rational numbers? No. No. So initially I had made it equal to check, and once we have checked, we can say commutative property is not being followed by rational numbers. Let us see for the associative property, again dealing with the order in which the numbers are subtracted, but here instead of taking two numbers, you will be taking three numbers. So if a by b minus c by d, and the result is again, and from the result is if e by f is again subtracted, are you getting the same value? Now in first case I am subtracting the first two numbers, in second case I will be subtracting the last two numbers, and the result I am subtracting it from a by b. So if the answer of left hand side and right hand sides are equal, then I will be saying that associative property is being followed. Let us check. Let a by b is 4 by 3, c by d is 2 by 3, and suppose this is 5 by 3. What answer do I get? Simplify. 4 minus 2 is 2 by 3 minus 5 by 3, which gives me minus 3 by 3, that is nothing but minus 1. So this is your left hand side. Let us check for the right hand side. 4 by 3 minus 2 by 3 minus 5 by 3. Now what is 2 by 3 minus 5 by 3? The answer is minus 3 by 3. Don't simplify it, because we have to again subtract. So 4 by 3 minus 3 by 3, which gives me, sorry, minus of minus 3, so that is plus 3. 2 minus 5 is minus 3, so minus of minus 3 will be plus 3 by 3. Again don't simplify it, so 4 plus 3 is 7 by 3. So are you getting the same answer in both the cases? As you can see, the answers are not same, which means that again the associative property is not followed by rational numbers in case of subtraction. Okay, so pretty easy, because in case of subtraction, the rule says the number which you are subtracting, that becomes important. It means the order in which the numbers are subtracted, that are very important. In case of addition you don't need them, but in case of subtraction it is very important that which number is being subtracted from what number, because that will finally alter your result. Okay, so only in case of closure property the rational numbers follow it. For the other two properties the rational numbers don't follow it. Let us check for the third operation, that is multiplication. Now in case of multiplication also, does the order matter in which the numbers are multiplied? No. Let us check for the closure property. Same thing. If it is says if one rational number is being multiplied by another rational number, and if you are getting the final answer to be rational number, then closure property is being followed. Is it? Yes. 2 by 3 into 4 by 3. What do I get? What is the rule for addition of multiplication of fractions? Numerator multiplies, denominator multiplies. So 4 2s are 8 by 9. Is this a rational number? Yes, yes, yes. It means two rational numbers if multiplied, we get the final answer as a rational number. Hence, rational numbers are closed under multiplication. Commutative, the order a by b multiplied by c by d and c by d multiplied by a by b. Is the result same? Check. 2 by 3 multiplied by 4 by 3 will give me 8 by 9, whereas 4 by 3 multiplied by 2 by 3, it also gives me 8 by 9. As you can see, the results in both the cases are same, which means commutative property is being followed by rational numbers in case of multiplication. Okay. Third thing, associative property. Again, the order in which you are multiplying a by b into c by d, if it is multiplied by e by f, or c by d multiplied by e by f, and if this is multiplied with a by b, do you get the same answer? Let us check. Take three examples. So 2 by 3 into 4 by 3 into 5 by 3. So this is my A by B, C by D, E by F. What do I get? 4 to 8 by 9 into 5 by 3. So 40 by 27. So this is my left hand side. What about right hand side? In right hand side, I will be multiplying the last two numbers first. So 2 by 3 into 4 by 3 into 5 by 3, which gives me 2 by 3 into 4 5s are 20 by 9. Again I get 40 by 27. As you can see, the final result is same in both the cases, which means that rational numbers follow the associative property in case of multiplication. So in case of addition and in case of multiplication, the property is being followed. All the three properties are being followed. Now let us see in case of division. Now just apply your logic. What will happen in case of division? As we have seen, in case of subtraction, the what number is being subtracted from what number, the order gives you the answer, or the order changes your result. Will the same logic be applicable in case of division? Yes. The number which is being divided, if you change the order, definitely you will be getting a different answer. Let us check for the closure property. If a rational number is being divided by another rational number, are you getting a rational number? 2 by 3 divided by 4 by 3. How do you divide two fractions? You change this sign to multiplication and you take the reciprocal of the next number, which gives me 2 by 3 into 3 by 4, and the final answer will be 1 by 2. Is this a rational number? Yes. Is this a rational number? Yes. Is the final answer rational number? Yes. Let me take another example. Suppose 5 by 4 divided by 0. What do I get? So 5 by 4 divided by 0. What is the final answer? Whenever we were seeing the definition of rational number, that time I have explained anything upon 0 is not defined. Why? Because we cannot find its value. But the closure property says a rational number has to be divided by another rational number. Is 0 a rational number? Yes, definitely it is a rational number. So according to the condition of closure property, this example is right, but we cannot get a final value. Hence, one exception is added in case of division under the closure property, which says two rational numbers if divided gives you a rational numbers except for number 0. It means except for the number 0 if it is present in denominator. In the numerator you can take, for example, I can write 0 divided by 5 by 4. This example is right because finally at the end 0 upon anything is 0. So in this case, if I am taking numerator as 0, that is okay, but I cannot take denominator as 0. So that becomes one exception in case of closure property with respect to rational numbers under division. Okay, so just remember that two rational numbers if divided gives you a rational numbers except for the number 0 if it is present in the denominator, right? Second thing, commutative property, the order is a by b divided by c by d will give the same answer as c by d divided by a by b. Let us check. 2 by 3 divided by 4 by 3. What do I get? I get 2 by 3 into 3 by 4, which is nothing but 1 by 2. What if I divide 4 by 3 by 2 by 3? Taking the reciprocal, changing the sign, so it will be 3 by 2. In this case, I am getting the answer as 2. Yes, so as you can see, the values or the final answer is not same, hence commutative property is not followed in case of division. Okay, same is the case with associative. The order matters, hence a by b divided by c by d divided by e by f will not give you the same answer as a by b divided by c by d and e by f. It will definitely not give the same answer. Why? Because in case of division also, the order in which you are dividing. Now let us try to summarize all the properties in one table. Okay, so what are the three properties which we have seen? Closure, commutative and associative. What are the four operations for which we have seen these properties? Addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So wherever the properties are followed, just mark a tick, and wherever they are not following, just mark a cross in it. So in case of addition, all the three properties being followed for rational numbers, so right. In case of subtraction, for closure it was being followed, but for commutative and associative it was not being followed. For multiplication, again it was being followed. What about division? Here it was being followed, but with one exception, that is 0. And for the commutative and associative it was not being followed. Okay, so this is how the table is. Now one more thing, the next concept is about finding the rational numbers between any two numbers. So finding rational numbers between any two numbers. For example, if I ask you to give me 5 rational numbers between 2 by 5 and 7 by 5. I want 5 rational numbers. Currently, how many rational numbers I can write? I can write 3 by 5, 4 by 5, 5 by 5 and 6 by 5. So 4 I could write, but I want 5 rational numbers. Now whenever I am saying between, so definitely the extreme ones are excluded. The extreme numbers are excluded. So there are only 4 numbers possible, but I don't want 4, I want 5 numbers. So what I will do? So whenever such type of questions are when the numbers present in between these two numbers are less than what the numbers are being asked, you have to do a procedure in which you will be multiplying both the numbers with one common number. Now that common number could be anything depending upon how many numbers are asked. Here I already had 4 numbers, only one number I wanted. So I can multiply the whole thing by 2. So what do I get? I get 4 by 10, whereas here I will get 14 by 10. Okay, so can I write now 5 numbers between this? Definitely. 5 by 10, 6 by 10, 7 by 10 till 13 by 10. So just by multiplying with 2 to both the numbers. Now here again you cannot multiply just the numerator or just the denominator, or you cannot multiply just the one rational numbers. You have to multiply both the rational numbers, and when once you multiply, definitely you can get more numbers. But what if I ask you, I want 50 rational numbers between these two numbers? Okay, so in that case the number which is to be multiplied has to be a bigger number other than 2. So instead of 2, let us multiply it with say 20, or say let us multiply directly it with 50 itself. I'm just taking it for your reference. You can multiply with any number. More the numbers are asked between any two numbers, the bigger has to be the number with which you are multiplying the two numbers. So now the numerator is 100 by 250, whereas here 350 by 250. Now definitely from 100 by 250 to 350 by 250, I can tell you 50 numbers, any 50 numbers I can take, right? Okay, but here the denominators were same initially, right? 2 by 5 and 7 by 5 were my two numbers, so directly multiplying the two numbers with the same number, I could get the required numbers. But what if my two numbers are 2 by 5 and say 7 by 6? Okay, so in this case, just multiplying the both fraction with one number will not give you the same answer. The first step in this case has to be first make their denominator same. Okay, it means you have to first take their LCMs and then you multiply it with the required number if the numbers are asked are more or less. First step, let us make the denominator same. So this will get multiplied by 6, this will get multiplied by 5. So my number will be 12 by 30 and here it will be 35 by 30. Now if 5 numbers are asked, definitely here itself I can tell you any 5 numbers. If 10 numbers are asked, still I can tell you 10 numbers. What if 50 numbers are asked? Between these two numbers, 50 numbers don't lie. So again you have to multiply it with one common number. Now here the common number has to be multiplied with both the numbers. Okay, so I hope you are understanding what I'm trying to say, that if the denominators were same initially itself, just multiplying with the common number depending upon the required numbers asked, you will be getting the final answer. But if the two rational numbers between which the numbers are asked, if their denominators are not same, first of all you have to make the denominator same, and depending upon the numbers asked, you have to multiply it. If by just taking the LCM you are getting the required numbers, fair enough. If you are not getting the required numbers, you have to again multiply the whole thing with one common number and then you will be getting the numbers. Now here what will I get? I will get 120 by 300 and here I will get 350 by 300. Now definitely between these two numbers I can tell you any 50 numbers. So this is the step of finding rational numbers between any two numbers.